Alright, how's it going, everyone? So if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, I posted a video where I unboxed 2 figures from the Swing Kirby and Dreamland set. Now, that set is actually the second set in the presumably long line of Swing Kirby figures. Now, Swing Kirby figures are figures that I really like. They just look great displayed, there's so much detail on them, and they're pretty unique Kirby figures. And they're made by Reman, and Reman is great at making especially small Kirby figures be really detailed. And I just like a lot of the stuff that Reman does. Well, just this year, Reman made a second Swing Kirby and Dreamland set, and today, I got the full set of them. So, for the last set of Swing Kirby figures, I would usually make multiple videos. If I saw one in my local gaming store, I'd probably buy like one, and there was a chance that I get a duplicate. Well, I'm not gonna do that this time because that just takes up way too much time and money. So instead, I'm just gonna do a video where I unbox the full set of them. Now, this set comes with 6 figures, just like the last set. I already got 2 of them, so 4 of these are completely new, while 2 of them are ones that I already got. Now, the 2 that I already got are the Magalore and Elflin figures, and all the rest are completely new to me. Let's get this guy open. Alright. Ooh, we can already see the bottom of it. Alright, it's still in its bubble wrap, so let's get it out of here. Oh, alright. Here it is. Look how pretty this box is. Reman, another thing Reman is great at is making boxes for their figures. Like, this just looks stunning, the way that everything is organized. On the sides of them are all the figures that you can get. So we have Magalore, Chili, Dream Buffet Kirby, Elflin and Kirby, Sleeping Kirby, and Waddle Dee. Now, out of all of these, I think so far Magalore is my favorite. Because I already have him, it's a reference to my favorite Kirby game of all time, and it just looks really cool. But all the others look really cool too. And on here are all the figures that you can get. So basically the ones that I just listed. So I'll change the camera angle for the next part so we can get this thing unboxed. Alright, so here's the box. We have each and every figure listed on here with some cool little artwork to go alongside the figure. Like, for example, for Sleeping Kirby, we have some Sleeping Kirby artwork. My favorite is the Magalore one with the little Magalore artwork attached alongside it. Let's get this box open. Already included the way they can unbox it. That's cool. Ooh, okay. Here's each of the figures. I don't know what is in these boxes. I don't know the specific figure that is in these boxes. So this is kind of like a mystery box unboxing, except it's not much of a mystery because I already know I'm getting every single figure. Here is the box, has all the figures they can get on the sides of it. Yeah, the box itself looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's get the first one unboxed. Alright, looks like the first one that we got is Magalore and Kirby. So I already put together this figure in another video, so if you want to go check that out, then I suggest seeing that video. I don't think I'll spend time like getting this out of its plastic because I already did that in the other video, so instead I'll just cut back to you guys when I have this built. Alright, so we got it put together. I'm sorry that I didn't build this on camera because I already did that. I'm tired of saying that. I already did that in another video, so if you want to go check that out again for like the 500th time, the link will be in the description. But yeah, so here's the figure. This one is my favorite because not only is it a reference to my favorite Kirby game, it looks really cool, and it includes Magalore, which is one of my favorite Kirby characters of all time. Magalore is kind of, well, he's supposed to be waving down at Kirby. Kirby is waving back at Magalore. Magalore is springing from a interdimensional portal. And I believe this is a reference to the portals that open at the end of some levels in Return to Dreamland. So that is another pretty cool reference. And on the base of it, you probably can't read it that well. It says Kirby and Magalore. So there you go. This figure is super neat. I love it. And so far, it is my favorite one in the set. Let's get the next one out of here. Ooh, okay. So for this one, we got 2 Waddle Dees and a tree. I believe this is the only figure that doesn't include Kirby in the set. That's pretty cool. Alright, here's Waddle Dee carrying an apple, looking extremely gleeful. Very cute. And here's the other Waddle Dee, Not much of an expression. He's just trying to get an apple off the tree. He wants to be like this Waddle Dee, who has an apple. He's kind of jealous. Let's set these guys on here. And the base is just, you know, a normal looking tree with a apple on it. So it would have been cool if they made it wispy woods as opposed to a generic tree, but that's alright. Alright, it's super weird, but I could not find the hook for this guy. So instead, I'm just gonna borrow the hook from the Magalore and Kirby figure, since I already have a duplicate of that figure. Alright, let's just get the next figure open. Alright, we got the Kirby and Chili figure. So usually in a Swing Kirby figure set, they have a couple figures where Kirby has a copy ability, and in this case, it is Ice Kirby. That's cool. There we go. It's on there a bit loosely, but that's alright. Ice Kirby looking as spectacular as ever. I really like how Ice Kirby looks. I like his headset. Always looks really good in merchandise form. And here's Chili. Chili's kind of big. It's larger than Kirby for some reason. I think Chili's around the same size as Kirby games. And you know, actually no, yeah, he's around the same size as Kirby. So yeah, you just hook Kirby onto here like so. There you go. Chili goes into this hole right here. There's Ice Kirby and Chili. It's a bit generic, but still, it's a really cool and detailed figure. I really like how Kirby's kind of hanging off the ice and Chili's kind of peeking around the corner. Maybe he's trying to look for Kirby, but Kirby's right above him. About to absolutely murder him. There's that figure. Which leaves us with only 3 left. Already got through half the set. Kind of half the set, since Waddle Dee did not work out at all. So this is another figure that I have already unboxed in another video, so if you want to go check that out, then I suggest you go check out that video. But for the sake of this unboxing, I will put this figure together, just because, you know, why not? Put this guy together. Here's Kirby and Elf still in their plastic. Here's the set piece, which is a skyscraper, shrouded in leaves and vegetation and stuff like that. Very reminiscent of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. There's the hook, and then we just attach it to Elfland here, and the hole is in the middle of Elfland's here, so kind of an unconventional spot for a hole, but I bet it's the only spot that they could work with. It's kind of in there loosely, but I don't want to jam it in there because these hooks are pretty fragile. Right now, and here you go. So here's Elfland and Kirby. Kirby's hanging off Elfland. My favorite part of this is probably Kirby's expression. Like, he looks extremely joyful. The set piece, the building is kind of plain. I would have liked it if they put more detail into the building, maybe add some windows. It's just like a gray block with some squares in it. So definitely more detail could have gone into that, but other than that, yeah, it's a great figure. I love it. A beautiful reference to Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This kind of solidifies the fact that Kirby and Elfland are best buds. Love it. Alright. You only have 2 left. Ooh, okay. Got round Kirby. Get this guy out of his plastic. Ooh, this boy's smooth. He's round, he's shiny, and he looks extremely happy. Here's round Kirby. This is obviously a reference to Kirby's Dream Buffet. I mean, round Kirby, this is the exact face Kirby makes in the box art, the opening cutscene for the game. Kirby makes this face a lot during Dream Buffet. And the set piece is frosting with some strawberries on it. This is another blatant reference to Dream Buffet. As in Dream Buffet, you roll along a cake. You have to eat strawberries in order to grow fatter and become faster. Alright, so let's attach the hook onto big boy Kirby here. Alright, that's the best I can do. Hope it doesn't fall off. So here's round Kirby, or as I like to call it, Dream Buffet Kirby. Very, very cool figure. This might be one of my favorites. Look how round my boy is. And I also love it whenever Kirby merchandise references games and isn't just like a generic copy ability or something. Very cool reference, very unique, very clever that they used frosting and strawberries as the set piece. They don't do that a lot. Usually it's like a generic set piece, like grass or whatever. They use like food as the set piece, which is something I really like. Alright, that means we're down to our last figure. That means the only figure that we don't have left is Sleep Kirby, which is kind of like the poster child of this set. Ooh, here we go. Here's Sleep Kirby. Let's get him out of this plastic. Oh. Here's the Galactic Swirl. This has glitter in it. It just looks really cool. I mean, you can barely tell that there's glitter in it from this picture alone. But once you look at it in person, holy moly, this looks amazing. The glitter just makes it sparkle a lot more, obviously. Just kind of amplifies the fact that this is kind of like a space background. It like amplifies the aesthetic of the figure. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful set piece. Probably my favorite set piece alongside the round Kirby set piece. Alright, here's Sleeping Kirby. Here's the abnormally short hook. Oh, it's off the moon? Okay. Kind of like that. There we go. Here's Sleeping Kirby. What an adorable figure. I mean, Kirby's laying on the moon in space. Like, what more can you ask for from Kirby merchandise, man? This is like the pinnacle of all Kirby merchandise. This is just beautiful. I love this figure. I can totally understand why they picked this figure to be like the main figure of the set. It just looks really beautiful. Amazing selection of Kirby figures. I think I even like this set more than the last one. I mean, the references they have to past Kirby games like Return to Dreamland, Forgotten Land, Dream Buffet, that's just amazing. That's something that they didn't do in the first set. Granted, the first set I think had more references to other characters like that, a Waddle Dee, a Waddle Dee, and Meta Knight in that set. This set has less other Kirby characters in it besides Kirby. That's the only thing that the other set has over this set, though. I think the detail in all these figures are better than the last set. I just really love it. If I had to rank them, though, I think my least favorite is probably Waddle Dee. Not only could I not, like, find the pieces to this figure, I just think it's kind of generic, it's kind of boring. Like, why didn't they just put wispy woods on here instead of a generic tree? It feels like they just had to get a figure in that wasn't related to Kirby, that have like an outlier in the set. It is cute, but it is kind of generic. After that, I'll probably put Ice Kirby and Chili. Another pretty generic figure, but it is still pretty cool. Ice Kirby looks really cool, and so does Chili. It's kind of generic when compared to the rest of these figures. After that, I'll probably rank Elflin and Kirby. If they put more detail into the building, then I probably rank it higher. But still a very cute figure. I just like some of these figures better. After that, Dream Buffet Kirby. It was a very hard choice between these two for who would go in second place. But I just think Dream Buffet Kirby, even though it is really cute, I think the set piece is a bit more boring than Sleep Kirby. Sleep Kirby looks amazing. The aesthetic of the figure is just top-notch. They nailed it perfectly. Kirby is adorable. Everything about this figure is just adorable. I love it. My absolute favorite is Kirby and Magolor. Not only is this also kind of space-themed, but Magolor is also in it, which is a character that gets a decent amount of Kirby merchandise, but is always really cool whenever you see Magolor in a piece of merchandise. And he's waving down at Kirby, kind of solidifying their new bond after Magolor tried to kill him. The Galactic Swirl is probably the most unique set piece. I don't know, I just really love it. And probably the biggest factor of why this is in first place is because it's my favorite. It's referencing my favorite Kirby game of all time. I love any merchandise that references Return to Dreamland, and this figure does that. If I ever get this figure put together, I'll let you guys know. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.